One third of Brits have less than £600 in their savings. 40% of Brits don't have enough savings to live a month without income. The age groups 18 to 24 are the least likely to save. 53% of them have no savings at all. Alright, let's get it. It's Poku Banks, and today I'm going to teach you how to save like a pro. You best come prepared because there's going to be a lot of saving methods that will help you in the future. Come prepared, write them down and learn. Alright, first things first, this video is sponsored by Lemon Clothing. As you can see right here, it's French for the grind, and I'm all about the grind, so it makes sense for me to wear this. If you want to check out the clothing brand, it'll be linked down below in the description. Now the age group 18 to 24 is the age group I'm in. I'm 19 and we don't save as much as the other age groups, and this is going to change after you watch this video. And to the people that are within my age group watching this video, just because the stats tell us that we don't save as much, we can be ahead of the curve. This is why you're here. We're trying to stay ahead of the curve, get ahead of the competition. Now, one of the reasons why everyone saves is because we simply can't predict the future. Why? Because some things may arise in the future where you may need an emergency cushion. Random things come at you in life and you may need to pay for it out of pocket straight away. So one thing we save for is emergencies. An emergency fund is essentially a savings that has around 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. So that means, say if you were to lose your job out of random, for example in the coronavirus pandemic, you can now live at least 3 to 6 months without having to work. And other people save for retirement. One day, me and you are going to stop working and we're going to have to live off funds that we saved just to live life freely. To be honest, you should aim to live off investments rather than savings, but I'm not going to get into that in this video today. This video is about savings. With larger savings, you can make some investment moves and make life a little bit easier for yourself. So that means no need to get a mortgage and you can just buy a house outright. Or you could start a business without having to go to the bank for a personal bank loan and have to pay interest. If you have a big enough savings, you won't need to take any loans from anyone. Cool, now let's get into the saving challenges. Watch this. The first challenge is the 52-week saving challenge. Essentially, you save £1 a week 1, £2 a week 2, £3 a week 3, and all the way up to week 52. By the end of the year, you would have saved £1,378. And this is simply from saving spare change along the way. Now think to yourself, what can you do with extra £1,378? You could buy a whip, you can go on holiday, you can start a business, all sorts. Now if this challenge seems a little bit too easy for you, I've got a harder one. Simply, you just have to double it. So in week 1 you're saving £2, in week 2 you're saving £4, in week 3 you're saving £6. So in the final week of the year, instead of saving £52 in the normal challenge, in the harder challenge you're saving £104. And just like you guessed it, by the end of the year you would have saved £2,576. That's literally enough to pay for car insurance, that's enough to start a bigger business, that's enough to go on a holiday with you and your girlfriend. Now the only problem I have with this challenge is that when you have to save the most is when you actually spend the most. Because in December, Christmas is around, you're buying gifts to other people. It's very, very hard to save in a time like Christmas. And in November as well, when you have to save during Black Friday sales. So it may be a little hard to save, £50 to £40 a week. But there's a solution. So this is a reverse 52 weeks challenge. So essentially, in week 1, in January, you're saving £52. In week 2, you're saving £51. In week 3, you're saving £50, and it goes down. So that means by the time you get to the end of the year, you're saving, £6 a week, £5 a week, £4 a week, and then in the final week of the year, you're saving £1. And this will add up to the same amount. You're just doing it in reverse. Now the reason this is more beneficial to you is because you start on saving with big numbers first. So that means you get the big £52 out of the way and then you go down. So as the year goes on, you're just going down, you're saving less and less. Stop, don't forget to like and subscribe, this helps me a lot. I need to grow my channel, I'm going to hit 100k, trust me. Alright, so cool, I understand that some people don't have the determination or the patience to wait a whole year to save. Now I've got another solution for that, the 30-day saving challenge. Now this one's quick and effective, let me explain how. On day 1 you save £1, on day 2 you save £2, day 3 you save £3, all the way up to day 30, £30. In 1 month you would have saved £465. Now the reason this could be more effective for you is because some people don't need to save all year. You're not really saving for a big item. You may be saving for like a PS4 or a TV or something that would cost around £400, £500, £600, £300, anything around that range. So you could do it in short bursts. You just need to take a month out of that year just to save. You may be thinking, okay, this month I want to save a little bit. And like I said earlier, you could do the reverse if you want. So on day 1 you save £30, on day 2 you save £29, on day 3 you save £28, all the way down to the last day where you save £1. Now this helps with your mental because you're getting through the bigger ones first, so this can help you. And with all of these savings, you're transferring them to a savings account. If you want a video about the best savings accounts, comment below. So the next saving challenge is a no spend challenge. So essentially what you could do is pick one day of the week where you decide to spend no money. Because you realize that every time you go out, you're always spending £2 here, £1 here, £3 here, KFC here, McDonald's there. But what you need to remember is that these small transactions are the ones that are building up and are the reason why you have less money in your bank account every month. If you don't want to do a day, you want to make it even more effective, you can do a no spend weekend. You can still go out, but you simply just can't spend any money outside. But don't get me wrong, you still have to pay for essentials. So say if your phone bill or whatever is due on a Saturday or on a day of your no spending day, you still have to pay it. Don't avoid it just because it's no spend day. This is more for variable expenses, so expenses that you can control. So eating out, recreational activities and entertainment. Some people even do a no spend week. I feel like that's a little bit outrageous. I don't know how you can't spend no money for a week unless, you're in isolation or something. I don't know. The easiest way to complete the no spend challenge is simply to either make lunch at home and eat on the way out or just stay at home. Simple as. Alright, so the next challenge is a 365 5p challenge. So this challenge is actually every day for 365 days. So in the first 4 days, you would have saved 45p. 5p for day 1, 10p for day 2, 15p for day 3 and 20p for day 4. That all adds up to 45p. At the end of the 365 day 5p challenge, you would have saved £3,339.75p. Now think to yourself, what could you do with £3,000? But trust me, do not underestimate this challenge. It may seem simple at first, but as you get later on in the year, November, December, you're saving £15, £16, £18 a day. But look, if that's too much for you, it's calm. There's a 365 1p challenge. Day 1 you save 1p, day 2 you save 2p, day 3 you save 3p. So in 3 days you'll save 5p, and towards the end of the year you're saving £4 to £5 a day. At the end of the 365 1p challenge, you would have saved £667.95p. Now the next challenge is a 3-month challenge. If you want to make a bag quickly, £1,000, then this is a challenge for you. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is save £84 a week and you'll have £1,008 at the end of the 3 months. Now ways you can save £84 a week is simply by cutting out any restaurant meals, cutting out any takeaways, cutting out going to the coffee shop every morning, spending your £4 on Starbucks or whatever. Taking public transport instead of Uber, there's all sorts. And with £1,000, you can do a lot of things with £1,000. You can start a business, like I said, go on holiday, or buy yourself a better laptop, or get a phone, whatever. There's all sorts of things. Now, the next saving technique is simply to tax yourself or punish yourself. Let me explain how. This challenge actually helps you with saving and habits. Now, way of me punishing myself is simply that I want to wake up every day at 6:30 a.m. If I'm not awake by 6:30 a.m, I then send £5 to my savings account. That's a way of punishing myself. Again, it depends on your financial situation. It depends on what you feel like is right to punish yourself with by sending it to your savings account. And the best way to tax yourself is on goods that you keep buying but you won't stop buying. So for example, Starbucks coffee or cigarettes. So essentially every time you buy a Starbucks coffee or a pack of cigarettes, you send £1, £2, £3, £4 or £5 to your savings account. And this method actually works both ways. So if you keep buying that item, then you're saving more money. If you stop buying the item, then good, you're not buying the item anymore and you're saving money from not buying the item anymore. Now, the next way that you're going to save money is more of an automated way of saving money. This is basically investing and saving your spare change. Let me explain how. Alright, cool. So shout out to Moneybox. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not endorsed by them, but this is what I recommend. So essentially, if you were to buy a morning coffee at Starbucks and you spent £2.40, 60p of that can actually be saved or invested for you automatically. So you're not doing anything. And so essentially, you're not doing anything. This is automated. So as you're walking around buying stuff and carrying on with your day, this is basically rounding up your change to the next pound. And this way of saving is actually helpful for a lot of people, as a lot of people are lazy and they don't have the time to go through their finances. So this can work out for you if you really want to. Anyways, Moneybox will be linked down below. Check it out. Another thing I also recommend is the Monzo saving pots. Essentially, they separate all your savings into different pots. So say if you're saving towards a holiday, you could put a picture of a holiday in this pot. This will help you mentally forward saving towards this holiday, as you're seeing it every time you go on a savings pot. Saving towards a car, same thing. You could put the picture of the car that you want on your savings pot, so that means when you're looking at it, you kind of feel more motivated to save towards it. Again, I'm not sponsored or endorsed by Monzo, but you know what to shout at me. Alright, cool. So a lot of people have a problem of deciding where they should focus on their spending. Is it fixed expenditure or variable expenditure? So fixed expenditure is simply monthly subscriptions or monthly payments. By the way, if you hear any birds in the background, I'm recording this at 9 AM, so my bad. So essentially, fixed expenditure consists of monthly payments or monthly subscriptions. So Netflix, Spotify, rent, car payment, whatever. Those are very hard to save on, as you don't have direct control of their prices or how much you spend on them. It's just a monthly payment. The only thing that you can do is realize that which of these subscriptions or payments are unused subscriptions. So essentially, gym payments. The minute coronavirus came into UK, I cancelled my gym subscription. Why? Because I don't go to the gym anymore. But the problem is that some people probably still have the gym subscriptions because they're still paying for the gym. Because they forget, they don't look at their finances, and they still complain, oh, well, I don't have enough money at the end of the month. Because they don't look at their finances. And this is a big problem within the community and it needs to stop. Now, what you really need to focus on is variable spending or variable expenditure. This is where you have direct control of what you buy. Now again, there's lots of things you save on, it is all down to you, but let me tell you my personal recommendations. Number 1, I do not buy Domino's anymore. Takeaways, as a matter of fact, you spend £20 on one takeaway, 2 takeaways a month, that's £480 a year. How I save money is by cutting back and getting frozen pizza instead, living below my means. Frozen pizza is around, you know, £2.50. 2 of those a month, that's £5 a month. In a year, that's £60 a year. So that means I've essentially saved £420. The only time you'll ever see me eating Domino's is if, one, someone bought it for me, or I split the price. If you're splitting the price, that's fair enough. You can get away with that. You know, if all your friends are chipping in, fair enough. But the next thing you should look out for is Ubers. Essentially, I only get Ubers if I'm in a rush or I need to get somewhere. You actually notice that if you plan ahead and leave early, then you actually get there cheaper using public transport rather than using the Uber. Yes, sometimes you may need to use it in extreme situations where there's no public transport, or it's late, or you're just in a rush. But just try your best to plan ahead. You can save a lot more money that way. Another simple one, never ever go grocery shopping when you're hungry. You're more likely to buy more stuff that you don't really need, just because in the moment you feel like you need it. But later on in the week when you're actually eating, you'll be thinking, why did I buy this? So be careful with that one. And finally, just start drinking water instead of fizzy drinks. Water is cheaper and more healthier for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can save a lot of money and a lot of yellow teeth by drinking water. It's as simple as that. But look, I hope you enjoyed that. If you got to this point in the video, I appreciate it a lot. It really helps me and my channel. In order to prove that you got to this point in the video, just comment down below which saving challenge you're going to do, or which saving technique that you think applies best to you and how you're going to save. But you already know, man, it's Poku Banks, baby.